I remember growing up when people left and used to go to New York, or they go to Chicago, they go to Detroit, and came back home. They're like, "Oh, you done bombed out. You got high on the hog, and you had to come home."
Right.
It was like you were a failure. So how did it make you feel? You left North Carolina, you go to California, and you have to go back.
You know, in the beginning, I was against it, right? I had moved to California, thought I was moving to Hollywood, but I was down in Orange County somewhere, renting a room. My husband was my boyfriend at the time, and he came out. I had been out there for like 3 months. I didn't tell nobody how bad it really was.
Right.
You know, I'm renting this room. This woman is pretty much taking all my money. I'm working 2 jobs. I'm 19 years old. And so when my husband came out there, he was like, "Man, you ain't doing no acting. We're not even in LA.
Right.
Like, you struggling to even pay bills." He was like, "This don't make sense. And it's expensive."
Right.
He was like, "We need to go back to North Carolina where it's cheaper, save up money for 1 year, then we can move back to LA where you can really pursue your dreams."
Right.
And so I was like, man, I ain't really want to do that,
Right.
but it sounded like a good idea. So I was like, all right. So we moved back, but we saved up a little bit of money so that we can move in and have our own apartment there. And we moved to Greensboro.
Okay.
Moved into the city.
Okay.
And so, and we were there. The 1 year plan, though, turned into 5 years and a forgotten dream because, we ended up having a baby and we were both working and we got a house and we had cars, new responsibilities. And I just thought I missed out on that opportunity. I convinced myself I couldn't have it no more.
Right.
So, yeah.
So you weren't embarrassed to go back. You didn't. And then when you had a child and you say, okay, and your husband talked you into going back and you say, we got 1 year, it turns into 5 years. And did you like, damn, at your lowest, how bad was it?
You know what? Even then, I don't think it was my lowest.
Okay.
Right? I think that I had just convinced myself that this is what it is.
Okay.
And so it wasn't until, I was working at a call center. I had promoted to supervisor at a very young age. Okay. I was like 21 and I had people under me that was in their 50s. So I was I am working, right?
Yes.
And I was probably making, I think, $30,000 a year. I was balling.
Yeah.
Okay, we was doing very well.
That's good money in Greensboro back then.
It was good money back then, right? And so I was like, this is our routine. Like, this is going to be it. And one morning, I woke up, it felt like an earthquake had hit Greensboro. My bed shook, and I heard a voice that sounded like thunder. And the voice said, "This is not the life I planned for you." And I got on my knees because I got very scared. And I just started praying. I was like, "God, if this is you speaking to me, I need you to show me a sign today. Because if not, I think I'm going crazy. I'm going to go check myself in." And I told my husband what happened, and I think he thought I was crazy. But then later that day, we was on our way to the mall, and on the radio, Buster Brown, who was the local DJ at the time, he came on the radio and he was like, "This is Buster Brown. I got a new TV show on the WB network and I'm holding auditions looking for a female co-host." And I could have busted the windows out the car. I went crazy in the car. I was like, "That's my sign. That's my audition. I gotta go." And I went and I booked that job. And that's what got me back into dreaming again.
Got you in the TV. You're like, okay.
Yep.
But did you lose aspirations of being an actress, or you said, okay, TV is my endpoint to maybe to something bigger?
No, that was my sign to get back into it. However, I started doing that. I was producing my own segments and interviewing people, right? Kind of like you. So.
Okay.
And so,
well, I'm in Hollywood. Okay, Hollywood. Yeah. I guess that's a sign.
All right. And so then I started back doing theater in the community, and then I would drive 3 hours to Wilmington to do extra work on One Tree Hill.
Okay.
Because I was like, I needed to know what it's like to be on the set,
right? So
that I can see like how everything works. And then I did all that for like a year, and then I told my husband, now it's time to move back to LA. Yep.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and become an official member of Club Shay Shay, where we do something before two something.